Good morning, Frank Watkins, 24th of November 2022. The All Ords currently up about 20 and looking very strong as we approach that 7,500 level. That's, I think, going to be one that's a bit hard to get through. However, since we had that first higher, low ascending triangle formation, it's been relatively smooth sailing. Now, I do have a question to answer, and it's going to take a while to get through it. The first thing is I need to actually create a watch list. So I'm going to call this watch list Thursday for the sake of a name. Create. We now have a watch list Thursday. So now I need to get some stocks in there, and the whole question that has come up is, once you have several stocks in a watch list, how do you whittle down your choices? And given funds or lack of funds or whatever, you may only be able to add 2 out of 20 stocks in a watch list at any particular time. So to fill a watch list, I'm not going to be overly fussy about this. We'll just look for 13-day breakup, trend channel indicator breakup, OBV 21% above 3 days ago, volume 300% more than yesterday, trend line crossing the last 4 days. We'll stick with a price range of 1 cent to, let's go, $1.50. Ignore results that have value less than $50,000 and volume less than 50,000. We're scanning daily data and the All Ords. Okay, we've got 88 stocks to go through there. Now, the first one is AIM, and to my mind, what a great chart. If you're looking for a stock right now, I don't think you need to go much further than that, but we add that to the watch list. ALG, there's nothing there for me. AMH, nothing for me. AMI, I'm going to put that into the watch list. We have to get something in there. And AMP, we're adding that to the watch list. And nothing on AOU, and again ARU, that goes into a watch list. And I'll come back to the reasons why as we go through them. A bit late for ARX, but again looking pretty strong. ATL hasn't traded since the 21st, so I'm assuming trading halt. I'm going to put a little box around that data and throw it into the watch list. Nothing there, too late for that. Bear in mind I have got the intraday data on, so AX8 has done a bit of a bolter today. BCA, BIT, BRN is starting to get interesting. BSA, look, I'll put that in the watch list. BSA again, BTI. CBR has gone for a gallop. Oh no, sorry, it hasn't traded since 31st of October, so they've been caught somewhere. CDR a bit late. CLA, I'll put it in. CLA again, CML, COB, COI, I'm going to add that. CPT, Carnarvon down at 15 cents. Who'd have thought? CXM, DEV, EGL, EOS, I'm going to add. FME, I'm going to add. FOD, GEM, GLN, GRR, I'm going to add. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. We've got a few stocks in there. Now, we get to the question, how do you determine which of those in the watch list you're going to, let's say, take a step further? You're looking to buy one of them, or you're looking to at least place an order on the best one of those stocks. Now, that's a pretty big order. I don't know if you are wanting to look in the gutter. I don't know if you're wanting $10 stocks. I'm not sure what you're after, but that's probably the first question that I'd ask myself. Do I want a 5 center? Do I want a $5 stock? So I'd probably come back to doing the homework. Some people may not like being down in the gutter. But okay, let's take this first stock, AIM. It's an industrial, it's media. I'm not a great rap for media. I didn't mention media stocks, but I'm just not a great rap for media. Industrial's only 200 million out there, so tightly held. That's tick one box. The structure here is very good. I've started drawing my line from the 6th of June and it is still there. So we've got July, August, September, October and November. We have 5 months of resistance. That is brilliant. I think anything over 3 months is good. The other thing, very easy to pick up the drawing toolbar, go to the all-time low back there, 29th of June, and draw your line across. And you've clearly got rising lows. You could probably call it an ascending triangle if you wanted. That may add a bit of weight to your decision. One of the questions one of the comments that came with the question is, what about a 30-day moving average? I don't use moving averages at all for buy signals. However, if you were to implement a rule that simply said, I will not own a stock where the price is below a 30-day moving average, I think that would improve your returns greatly. However, it doesn't apply for me. My buy signal is a break of this resistance, which is, let's say, 40 cents. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's 40 cents back on the 6th of June. We get to today's price, and let's get to today's price. We're at 38 cents roughly. The next thing to check for me is on balance volume. In this case, it's rock solid, not quite rising, but then it's not quite breaking out. So being rock solid, it gets a tick on balance volume. Another comment that came in was tight on the right side. I'm not interested. That, it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not going to buy it until it breaks 40. The other comment that came in was big base. Well, I think this is a big base. There's 5 months of it there. Next thing that I would use to make my final choice from this watch list, I'd then go over to on balance to market depth, and sorry, I've lost it. We're looking at AIM. So whatever platform you're using, go into market depth, and we have 26 buyers, 15 sellers, 477,441 offered. We're not ready yet. I'm looking for twice as many buyers as sellers, and I'm looking for twice as much wanted as what is offered. So while I don't think this is ready to go yet, it wouldn't stop me from going a little bit further to see whether it's worth placing an order on this one. So you might just flick onto news, have a brief look, results of meeting, relief from quarterly reporting, whatever that means, CEO's address, going back to, let's say, 1st of November, anything prior to that. In fact, all of that is pretty irrelevant to me. I'm not even going to read any of it. So we go back, and is there anything else that we need to know? Not for mine, not for me. So I could easily place an order on that to buy a 40.5. I'd place the order now before it happens. If you're watching when it happens, you probably won't do it. There may not be the depth, there may not be this, there may not be that. But I could easily place an order at 40.5 on that. I think the first resistance is probably somewhere across here at about 56. You might just target the depth of the pattern. Targeting is a bit different, but we've got a low there of 22 cents, and we've got a high within the pattern of say 41. So there's 19 cents target, so 59 becomes your target, and lo and behold, we've got resistance at 56. So somewhere around that 55 to 60 cent mark might be your target. Your stop loss, I'd be looking when it breaks. If it broke today, I'd go to these lows here, 37, 37, 37, and I'd put a stop at 36, 36.5. Okay, so that's one where I think orders could be placed today. And without going through every one of these stocks, that's the way I approach things. Moving on to the next one. It's interesting, we've got the black tick here on the trend channel indicator and the bar chart. There's a little bit to like about this, very speculative. We're down at 13 cents, but we have had a significant low, let's say on the 4th of November. We've had a high on the 16th, we've had a higher low on the 22nd, and on that basis we have broken higher low pattern. We've got confirmation mathematically with the trend bar chart. However, I think your real resistance, what you would look at now, is break of 15 cents. 15 cents being a big round number or a big important number. It's in the materials, we like that. 1.24 billion, that's not too many, we like that. So then go and check your market depth. On balance volume is rising, albeit gently, and albeit a bit distorted by that big volume on the 11th of October. If we just scroll across a bit, that's probably a better picture. OBV rising, so there's a fair bit to like about that one. Part of your choice is, do you prefer a 15 cent stock or a 30 cent stock? There's others in there that are higher priced, so that's part of your thinking, or it needs to be. Now, also, I've got to move on, but there's a follow-up question regarding sector analysis. And I must admit I've never looked at it. In fact, I don't know why you would bother scanning for a particular sector. If you're going to scan the 2,500 stocks for a breakout, at some stage you'd find that your portfolio is full of lithium stocks when they're on the run. At some stage, banking stocks when they're on the run. So to my mind, my thought is just buy the best stocks that are going for a gallop. Who cares what sector? The other thing is the theory of sector analysis. You supposedly buy into the best market in the world, then the best sector within that market, then the best stock within that market. To my mind, the best stock in a particular index is what pulls the index up. The stock has to move first. No index will go up or down unless stock prices go up or down. So just find the stock. Keep it simple. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I may add to it next recording. We'll just see how we go. Keep the comments coming, and also we'd appreciate an expression of interest. Shoot us a quick email if you're looking for any workshops. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Touch wood. Talk to you later. Cheers.